Hello and welcome to Mapleberry Paper. Today I'm going to be doing my September spreads. I had at one point this month, during August, I had just some ideas of what I wanted to add to my September spreads, just because I'm making a lot of changes this month. So I'm doing a mood tracker, which I haven't done in a long time, and a sleep tracker and a fasting tracker. So what I did is, as I was going along this month, I added some stuff that I wanted to add to my September spreads. And then as I was putting them together, I checked them off. So let's get into it. So for the first time ever, I've actually never done this before, but I sketched a lot of it out. And this is just some stuff that I just figured I was going to try something new because I'm trying to kind of get back into my hand lettering and all that. I'm going to see what I'm able to do in this journal. So I went through all my stickers. So I am a sticker planner. I like to do stickers and paper and kind of a collage type feel. So what I did is this month I knew I wanted to do red. Not sure why, but just had the idea. So I went through and kind of pulled out all of my red paper, red stickers. So this is what I'm going to draw from for the month. And then this is just strawberries and mushrooms. So I have that here. I didn't take them out just because they're all red. So I'll just kind of have that here. I have some stickers over here. And then I have what I'm pulling from here. You can see it's from my iPad case. So let's get into it. So when I first started bullet journaling, I thought I had to draw everything, like do all of the graphics. I thought I had to do the hand lettering. So anything that I want, like anything that I thought that I wanted in terms of like a look, I felt like I had to do it myself. And so when I started, I learned how to do modern calligraphy, like using brush pens, and I was doodling more, but I never really it didn't feel like a natural flow for me. It just felt like something that I had to work really hard to do. And it kind of took some of the fun out of bullet journaling because it almost felt like pressure to do it a certain way and have it look a certain way. So I kind of fell off the decorating side of bullet journaling for a long time until I discovered this kind of collaging sticker way of creating that just really makes me happy. I like the way it looks. I enjoy doing it. I love the tactile experience of using paper and stickers. So it's been a real new space for me that I've really liked. But I'm trying to get back into my brush lettering, and it's just not what I like. I mean, like looking at this, I was not happy with it. I didn't really want, it just didn't look the way I wanted it to look. You know, like you hate to have something where like every time you look at it, you're like, I guess it's okay. You know, you really want to look at, for me, I want to look at it and be like, I love it, you know? And so that's how I felt about this. I really didn't like the way it came out. So I decided to cover it and just pretend it never happened. So I added some more paper to it. I added my labels instead of trying to, write it out myself. I used my label maker, and then I just really, really liked the way it came out. And that's exactly what I want when I look at it. And I'm like, yeah, that's what I was looking for. So I added just this little bit of washi tape, and then it felt complete for me. So this was my title page. After that, I got into my monthly. So for my monthly, I do it in the very traditional bullet journal way, where I just list the dates down the side. I add the days of the week, and then I put little divider lines for the weekend. And then what I did this month, which I haven't done in the past, is events and to do. I used to do this a couple years ago, but then once COVID hit and everything was being canceled, it was just so depressing to have an events column that you couldn't fill in with anything. So I stopped doing it for a while. But now that all the limitations have been, or the restrictions have been lifted and things like that, we're doing more stuff. And then also the kids are able to do more of their programs and things. So the events page is actually being used at this point. Or the events column. So I'm doing it again this month. We'll see how it goes. I'm not really convinced that how this is going to work, so I'm trying just a couple of new things in this monthly spread. So these dotted lines too are like my favorite. I love having dotted lines. I hate drawing them. I dread them every time I have to do them. I was actually looking online today to see if I could find like a roller, because I did see there was one, but I couldn't find a black one. So, and then on the bottom here, this is going to be my mood tracker. I have a video coming out next week where I decided how to do my mood tracker, because it's been a really long time since I've tracked that as well. And then on the side here, I always like to do a to-do like a main to do, like a couple of big things that I'd really like to get done during the month. Just as reminders, a lot of times I actually don't get it done, but I always want to get it done. So this is a good place for me to write that down and help keep myself accountable. So for my to-do page, I put a personal section, and then I also put a business section, just because there's some stuff that I'd like to be trying on the business end. I don't actually have a business, but I'm calling it business because I think it will be a business at some point. So it's something I'm working on. We'll see if it actually pans out the way that I would like it to. So I really like the way these spreads came out. So the next spread I have is my daily review, and this is really just simply a short review of what I did during the day. And it can be something as simple as went to Target or went grocery shopping, or, it's something, went to the movies, had a big event at work, traveled, whatever. I just like to keep a running log because I forget everything. And it's really nice to look back on a bullet journal and kind of just see what you were doing that month and for the year. It's actually a lot of fun. I went back through a couple of old bullet journals, and it was just nice to see what I was doing each day 5 years ago. So this section here is what I call moments, and that's just the big things. So that's like if we go to a show, or we travel, or we like there's a big event or just something big and important. I like to it's almost like a highlights reel for the month. So I like to have that because sometimes you get to the end of the month and you're like, ugh, what did I even do this month? And it's just really nice to have it there in like a nice, pleasing way to look at it. I don't know, it just makes me feel good. It feels like I'm accomplishing things even if I'm not doing a ton of stuff. This next piece is weather and fitness. So for weather, I used to track it on my dailies. And then at one point I kind of fell out of the habit, but for some reason I still wanted to do it. I remember when I first started bullet journaling and I was like, why does anybody track the weather? I don't understand. And honestly, I don't know why I still do it, but I just like it. I really like the way it looks when it's all filled out, and I don't know, helps me stay present in the moment, I guess. And then fitness, I just put what I did for the day. So if I did the elliptical, if I went for a walk, if I did yoga, I'll just list it there. And it's a really good way to keep myself accountable, because a lot of times it'll just be empty, and at some point I'll be like, okay, I gotta fill this in. I need to go work out. Habit tracker and sleep and fasting tracker. I have not done this for a really long time as well. So this page, it's pretty crowded, but I like that it's all there because I don't want to get fancy with it. I really just want it for accountability. And then for gratitude, sometimes I used to do like a couple a day and do it as like a list. But then recently I tried just writing 3 things in a row and just having like a big paragraph, and I really liked the way that looked. So that's what I'm going to do. So these are my spreads for September. I really like the way that it just is not quite a theme, but it is cohesive, right? Because it's red and the mushrooms and the strawberries. It has a little bit of an earthy feel to it. So I'm happy about the way that it all came out. I think it looks really good, and I can't wait to dive into it. And then all those stickers that I had in the beginning, what I'll do is I'll put those in a little pocket and put it in the back of my journal, so that as I'm going through with my weeklies and with my journaling, I can use those stickers so that the whole month looks cohesive and has that same kind of structure to it. That is it for me today. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye. Sketched a lot of it out. That's nice.